There is a good chance that you are not going to be able to get a Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold, even if you want one and can actually afford one. When Samsung launched the Trifold in Korea December the 12th, it only did so at a couple of flagship stores, which is completely different from what they normally do with their fold and flip devices. They usually launch it in hundreds of stores across Seoul and the country, but it was literally available in only two this time. Obviously, it sold out in just a matter of minutes. Then they did a second launch on December the 17th. Again, those phones were sold out in a matter of minutes. And this is completely different than before, as mentioned. So it's very hard to get your hands on one of these. Samsung has said now that they are not going to release any more Trifolds in Korea until January now. So another 2-week gap before the third wave comes in. And get this, their current sales numbers are from about 3 to 4,000 units, and they're expecting to cap global sales at only 20 to 30,000 units for the Trifold. Why would they do that? The launch of the Trifold is very different from the launch of other folds and flips and other Korean tech in the past. You might remember that typically when Samsung releases a high anticipated item, what they typically do is they send out some of these sample units to some of the biggest tech influencers around the world. And hey, if you're watching this right now, you know exactly what I mean and the tech influencers that I'm talking about. They'll be able to fiddle around with the items for a few days, and then when Samsung has their global launch, shortly after, within hours or maybe even minutes, the influencers start posting up their videos as to what they think about the Samsung item. That has not been the case this time around with the Trifold. You might have noticed that some of your favorite tech influencers did not do immediate live hands-on reviews of the Samsung Trifold, and the only ones that did were those who actually came to Korea to buy those units on December 12th, or they paid people to purchase them on their behalf December the 12th, sleep out for them, and then send them back to their physical location. This is because Samsung is not trying to make a big profit off the Trifold like they do with all their other tech. What they're actually trying to do is sort of wow the industry. Remember that Apple is going to be releasing their first foldable in 2026, and this is Samsung's way of basically saying, ha ha ha, good luck trying to catch up on this tech. When the specs of the Trifold were first leaked before the product release, industry experts were saying that it would probably have to be priced around 4 million Korean won. Now, when Samsung actually released the product, they slashed those prices by a good 10% because they wanted the image of the product to be very affordable, and they knew that they'd be competing with the Huawei Mate XT. And I think so far, if you look at other people in the tech industry, they're saying that this is absolutely very affordable and great tech in comparison to the Huawei product. It's even been rumored in the industry that Samsung might be taking a financial hit on the Trifold just to wow the industry. Now, taking a financial hit on 20 to 30,000 units, it's not as big of a deal compared to taking a financial loss on 1 to 2 million units, which is typically the amount of units that Samsung tries to sell with their fold and flip products. Now, you might wonder, where am I getting this information from? What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the descriptions below as to the article where I got this information, so you can look at that for further details and information. But what does this all mean? Well, this means if you want a Trifold, and I mean you really want a Trifold, and you can actually afford one, you might have to sleep out or line up in order to get one, because they are going to be so limited in numbers unless you got a friend or someone that can get you onto a waiting list. The other thing that I'm going to predict is I'll bet you can probably go line up with a bunch of friends all get a device and probably be able to mark it up twofold and sell it on the black market. Because, look, this is very good tech. It's a great product, and it is expensive, but at the same time, like I mentioned, there's rumors that Samsung's actually taking a financial hit on the tech that's in this device. So it might actually, be a lot cheaper than expected, meaning that, because it's so cheap, you might be able to make a profit on it if you try to sell it on the black market. After all, there's a lot of rich people out there that, hey, it's no skin off their nose an extra $1,000 or $2,000 to be able to get some of the latest and greatest tech if that's the only way that they can purchase it. Now, remember, I already did a video about my hands-on experience with this product, which I actually loved. But the key information from that video was the fact that Samsung was not willing to offer insurance on the TriFold, the first time that they have ever not allowed insurance, because they always offered insurance for the previous iterations of the Folds and the Flips. That was a deal breaker for me at the time in terms of information as to why I wouldn't want to spend that kind of money, because this would at the very least be perceived as a product that Samsung didn't want to back up, put their money where their mouth is in terms of the durability of the product. But now with this new information and seeing how rare that it looks like it's going to be, would this new information be able to get me in on this? Well, it's already too late for me. I don't have one right now. But what about you? Would you be willing to purchase this at that price point, knowing that you're not going to be able to get insurance with it, but at the same time, not many people, you might be the only one in your city or neighborhood that actually has this, because it's going to be that rare. Does that mean that you want one? Would you even consider buying one and then selling it for twice the price if you could? Let me know in the comment section below. Going over my hands-on experience with the item, I've got to say that I really love the form factor. Watching YouTube videos on this is completely different than watching a YouTube video on any of the other iterations of the Fold or just even your regular phone. It's literally like watching a video on a 10-inch tablet or using a 10-inch tablet. The ratio of 16:11 is absolutely amazing. Using it for maps, using it for scheduling, having different windows open, up to 3 different windows, surfing in portrait mode, it is just a great experience. So I loved all of that. The only issues that I had with it was the price in terms of, well, can I really afford that considering how much money I'm earning per month? And then just the perception of the durability, because Samsung was not offering insurance on it. So these were my issues with it, but let me know what you think. If you're the kind of person that loves to have things that other people don't have, or things that other people can't afford to have, then this is a nice thing. It's a great product. It's going to be very rare. It's going to be a topic of conversation anytime someone sees you holding it. So in that sense, I can see why people are going to want to have it even more. But the key moment, or the key information, once again, if you really want this, then don't wait to pick it up, because your opportunity might not be there unless you're going to be buying it on the secondhand market. So if you really want to go out and get a TriFold, go the night before and sleep out for it. Wait in line, get there a few hours early. Don't expect to go there an hour or two after the store opens to be able to pick one up, because it's going to be sold out by the time it gets to you. I hope you found this information helpful, and if you did, please like the video, and remember to subscribe to the channel as I get any more new information about stuff going on in Korea, Korean tech. You'll be the first to know. Thanks for watching.